mic. Can everyone hear me? Yeah? Okay. So I'm just going to read to you one poem. But before I read the poem, I also want to tell you the event in which the poem was written, because for me that was kind of already a poem, and I'm not quite sure why I wrote the poem after. So I was commissioned to write a poem from the middle of the sea. And I sort of made it halfway. I made it to the middle of the Bristol Channel. And I hopped on board a fishing vessel, and I spent a day writing amongst all the sort of fish guts and T-bar hook disgorgers and cups of tea, and trying to write about what it was like seeing the sea. We didn't move, we dropped anchor, so we barely moved. I just saw the water making the movement of the movement, and that was all. And in the middle of all of this, something was going on behind my back. So I don't know if you know about Denny Island. It's a tiny island in the middle of the Bristol Channel, and it forms the it's a marker of the end of Bristol as a water boundary, but it's also the border between Wales and England in a very peculiar way, in that above the high tide mark it's Wales, below the high tide mark it's England. And while I was looking at the island, it started to, I'm not making this up, it started to levitate. It smoothed out into kind of a spaceship and then lifted completely and moved around like a kind of spaceship or an egg, a floating egg. And what was actually taking place was, this was really early on a very hot September morning, and the coolness of the night was sort of stacking up with this sudden heat, and it produced a Fata Morgana, which is a mirage. And what was happening was an illusion, but for me, what was effectively happening was a pure ball of whales was lifting up and hopefully scooting up. And I should say as well, so I was writing while watching this happening and trying to tell the fishermen very excitedly. They did not want to know. So I wrote the poem instead, while keeping in my mind a book of prayers that was written in 1609 by Thomas Dekker. He wrote a series of prayers and thanksgivings, and one of them was a thanksgiving for a mariner landed safely. And I was particularly taken by the way the prayer asks for lots of sort of impossible reversals of bodies being lifted from the sea. But particularly what I really liked was how he interrupts his own prayer with lots of, oh God, oh God. So that's what was ringing in my head as Denny Island, which is an Old English for small sea hill, started to fly away. For our own bloody, for goodness, for Pete's, for pities, for heavens, for argument, for old times, for land's sake, let us land something, something, God, something that shrinks the sea. Let us land something we can take home. We wretches, we call out, oh my God, we call out to each other all morning on the radios, oh my God, across the old, foldable, fast-anchored distances between the old boats, so close we could see the hands of the other crews swapping sunlight out of the way, dipping their heads to talk into their chests, hands on hearts, holding down, receive us. Have you caught anything? Tell us anything, help us. Any luck and still mourning. Any luck and we still mourning. Look at a small wave which hides a man drawing a dark exclamation mark from behind the sea, and the radios sing. God, he cries, good God, and we watch as he, the liar, lands the thrashy rap in the open pockets of his boat. We see him as you see us, sling the wet mess of it under his boat, and cast himself again and again in the image of the still morning and the open channel, where boats too small and too far under the lid of the sea churn the nervous surface, their chorus spilling into the cabin to ask as we ask you, in a delivery that asks nothing of anyone. Strange fish you got there, Pete, the third voice speaks. The braids of Merzifer tangle, says the second. If you fuss at the slack and from nowhere, a fourth, I say, sit on your hands and pray, and a voice so close we hear it twice, says, or else it becomes difficult to tell between the beat of a mouth and just the rhythm of dragging your own weight through the rocks. And from the cabin, the kettle arrives at its song. We are in the treasure house of rain, yet we are dry. We are in the hand of the day, yet we are reeling in the waste of it. We are learning to mark the sea by the lie of the land, the lie being about the cod, there is no cod, only rays and dogs. Yet the waves slow clap the hull all day. Yet the day disassembles the efficient machinery of the sea. Yet the sea turns the boat so slowly on its one long line. We are always headed for home before we know, and we dial the hours between steep home and flat home. And a small sea hill at north 50, 130, 133 by west 240, 51, where the rock is wet or submerged, occasional rain. The rock and the water in contact with the rock belongs to the city of Bristol in England, where the rock is green, with cormorants and kittiwakes, the great black-backed gull, and once where conservationists still bow before tree mallow, 4 muddy eggs, set there by a peregrine falcon. The land is Monmouthshire and Wales. Between the two sea states, a portable embassy is made, and 3 times a day unmade, trussed in 13 metres of dark spring ribbon. We are in the foam, striking the rock, neither land nor sea, neither country. We are in the stomach of the dog, yet our hook-shaped hands point to land. And we confess, we forgot the anchor that fell like gravel off the end of Clevedon Pier, and we confess we did hear the water sliding over water, and we confess we let ourselves forget the angle of the sun, and we confess the poor pups, the washy woofers that we wore on our arm like a sleeve of pain just to take a picture. And we confess we lost ourselves watching the slack parallax of tide and shipping traffic slide backwards, which so convincingly pushed us further out to sea, where we were, we promise you. Until we looked up, we promise you. And after 4 hours, the pier was still impossibly there, us there, impossibly anchored to the tumbling grip, the sore thump of the land, hitching everything to it. We are smudged on the fingertip of sea, yet we believe the sea is pointing at us. Thank you.